So, just finished episode 1 of 13 Reasons Why, and you know what? So far, so good. I saw the triggers. So far, I haven't been triggered yet, but you know what? We're waiting to see. We're waiting to see. But honestly, I feel like Justin's. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that one because technically he wasn't the one that sent it out, but he could have stopped it. So I mean, he's not totally innocent when it comes to Hannah and all that, but I feel like he wasn't the main culprit. I don't like Bryce. I don't. I don't know why I don't like Bryce, but I don't know. He just. I don't know. There's something about him. I don't like his character already. I feel like he's kind of shady. He hasn't done anything shady, mind you, but he just seems like the type. You know what I mean? And I am kind of confused about Tony's character. I mean, she said that if you're listening to the tapes, then you're one of the reasons why. So how does he know about the tapes and what's on them if he's not one of the reasons why? I don't know. It's only episode 1, so I'm gonna finish it out. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now. Jessica. Now you know you're wrong for that. Okay. There's a lot to unpack for this episode. I know this is kind of in the first episode, but like everybody that's coming up to Clay, like I feel like all those people are in the tapes. I mean, like I said, it's kind of obvious a little bit, but I need to know how Tony plays into this because he literally is in like tight with Hannah's parents, obviously, and he obviously knows insights on who to get the tapes to and you know how long it should take. I have so many questions, but yeah, I still second that I don't like Bryce at all. He just, I don't know, something irks me about him. And then the whole idea of how like Alex and Jessica, like that whole trio, I don't know. I feel like I need to be patient, but I kind of want to know what's going on. I feel like there's more to it, but I don't know. And I feel like they're playing Jessica out because she has it in her mind that Hannah's lying for some reason. But then she's starting to pay attention a little bit because Tyler was in there. He's like, he just needed a day, and she's like, hey, well, you know, if she's lying, then why are you here? Like I think she's starting to understand that it's more than what it seems. With that being said, on to episode 3. We just finished episode 3, and honestly, this one's kind of sad a little bit because you can tell that Alex feels bad. So at least he's showing some remorse, but I'm a little worried about him. I'm a little worried about Tyler too. I don't know. He's showing some kind of behaviors that I'm not really liking. I'm sticking with what I said since the first episode. Bryce, absolutely not. Hate him. And Tony has a life that I'm anxious to see how that's going to unfold. Honestly, there's a little darkness in him that he was kind of hiding before. So that one should be kind of cool to see how that unfolds. And hopefully Clay stays away from everybody who's been trying to distract him from the tapes. Because clearly they have something to hide, and they're all like sticking together in a pack. So hopefully he gets it together. He gets through everything. He doesn't get distracted because clearly something is on there. We just have yet to find out what it is. But episode 4. Okay, so for context, I've accidentally been calling Justin Tyler these past few videos, but this time I'm actually talking about Tyler. Clay, what was that? I mean, 2 wrongs don't make a right, bro. I'm just so disappointed. I mean, I get it, and this is why the show is kind of messing with me a little bit because I'm an empath, so I get it. I get both sides, but both sides are pissing me off. Like, of course, Tyler, my boy, stalking is never okay. Like, what is wrong with you? That's something mental. But also, Clay, you didn't have to do him like that either, bro. That was just. And then the girl, you know, I understand being embarrassed, but it's just sad. And high school is one of those places, I guess, like people are still trying to figure themselves out. Like, I understand the premise of it. It's just disappointing. And I am starting to get Marcus on my radar. Like, he's giving me Bryce vibes. Like, I want to know why he's pushing so hard for this. Because what did you do? Why are you trying so hard to ruin these tapes? Like, now that all that's out of the way, snaps for Miss Addison Shepherd. My girl has range. Let me tell you, like, she is amazing. And I know she's playing the grieving mother. I get it. But, like, I love her so much. Alex needs help. I mean, like, that was crazy. And I'm a little bit nervous of the upcoming episodes because it seems like with each tape it keeps escalating. And I have a hunch as to what happened at Jessica's party. And I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping that it's not what I think it is. But I don't know. I feel like I'm in a point of the show where, like, everybody's side kind of makes sense. Like, the whole thing with Courtney, I understand her reasonings, but I don't like the actions that she took to get there. Like, there's ways to go about, you know, kind of deflecting the limelight on you to somebody else, but the way she went about it and the things that she said, like, I can understand why it was a huge problem. And Hannah's a real one for real. Like, for helping Jessica after she hit her, like, that was top. You could tell she really held her in her heart for real. Because the whole line, like, you know, the sharks are in the water and she saved her pretty much, like, I saw Bryce there. What's the other one? Montgomery, he used another sleaze bag. I think I'm not going to like either. And, is Tony... Yeah, Marcus definitely deserves to be on those tapes. It's so weird. It's like, it's the show for me. It seems like it's a super cliche with all of the high school characters, all the jocks. Aside from Jeff. Jeff's a sweetheart. I love him. But everybody else is just a jerk for no reason. Like, I don't understand that part. Aside from Clay too. I mean, he's having his moments because obviously he's grieving in different ways. He's processing all of this stuff. But yeah, it just seems like they're doing the typical cliche, like the jock is the mean person. And what's going on with Justin? Alex too. They're both showing some signs of, like, you know, mental health deterioration. And Jessica, there's so much going on. And it's only episode 6. We have 4 seasons. Like, there's just so much going on. And it sucks too because I really, really, really wanted to like Sherry. I really did. And I felt like there was a reason why she kept trying to reach out to Clay. But now that we know that she's on her tapes, I kind of want to know what she did too and how she plays into all that. And I definitely think Tony is. I 100% believe he is. Shit's starting to hit the fan, guys. Clay is losing it. And he has a right to, honestly. Like, that's a really heavy thing to ask a person. So I felt like it was coming and he didn't get a chance to really mourn like how normal people would. They just immediately, you know, started getting all these insights. So, hey. And he was right to call out the teacher because, I mean, he asked a valid question. Like, if you had the opportunity to help somebody, like, where you can actually help. Same thing with the counselor, too. Like, I feel like he's a little passive in his own. And I don't know. It's just, he doesn't really seem all that innocent either. Now, the story with Zach, I feel like it was a misunderstanding, honestly. Because, obviously, he still had the letter that she sent him. And she saw, I mean, he did throw some kind of paper away. She probably saw it wrong. So for that, I feel like it's not really fair to include him. I mean, yes, he was trying to, you know, talk to her and stuff. It was just all bad timing and a big misunderstanding. And, which is unfortunate because he seems like, out of all the other jocks, at first he seemed kind of jerky, but I mean, it's coming out to show that he kind of has a soft spot. So I don't really think Zach deserves to be on the tapes per se, but I can understand her perspective on how everything happened because it did look like he just kind of threw it away. And who is Sky? Like, she just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention before, but, is she gonna be on the tapes too? I'm so happy that Clay is finally got the clarity that he needed to keep pushing on through this, because this is pretty hefty. And I really do also like that they highlighted Hannah's parents in this episode, because I feel like a lot of people forget about, the parents of kids who, do this kind of thing. It was a nice kind of eye-opener as to, like, how to proceed on afterwards. Like, I keep wanting to call her Addison, but that's just who I associate her with, Hannah's mom, basically, saying, I'm still a mother. Like, she did have her and everything, even though she's no longer here. So it was a very touching episode, I'm not gonna lie. Now, Ryan, that was so selfish. And the fact that he hasn't even mentioned the tapes to begin with, for one. And he's not really remorseful about it. Like, he did what he wanted to do because he just wanted to do it. Like, I kind of hate those kind of people in the world. Like, that just do stuff just because, like, it seemed like he was going to be cool at first. Like, he was going to be sweet with another person, but, well, not sweet. He was always direct. But, I thought it was going to go differently. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, is that the reason why him and Tony are no longer together? Because of the tapes and because of what he did to Hannah? And speaking of Tony, that is probably one of the more satisfying, I would say, reveals on the relationship that he had with Hannah. Like, it was always a question as to how he tied into everything, and the fact that he was the one that was there and saw everything, and she's the one that trusted in him. I know he was holding that a lot, and the fact that he could share that with Clay, because of course they were friends before, I thought that was such a beautiful moment. And guys, we're getting ever so closer to the end here. We're about to hit up episode 9, so we have a few more to go before the season finale. I knew that I did not like Bryce for a reason. First thing, if you are watching this show, just know that episode 9 comes with a trigger warning, okay? Just know that ahead of time. The whole show has a trigger warning, but this episode right here, so basically we find out what happened at Jessica's party. Y'all can read between the lines. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, there's a lot that this is a heavy one. And honestly, I feel like Clay having the tapes is in a way healing everybody, because everybody was just kind of stuck in their own bubble and just trying to pass it on like nothing happened. But he's actually making people take accountability for things. And it's so interesting, like, how everything plays out, because Jessica low-key knew. Like, she's been becoming clearer, and the foggy glasses have been clearing up a little bit. So I think she already knew. This is just a testament to say, like, how you want to suppress something so bad to the point where you try to forget it. I feel like that's what her and Justin were doing, and they have to deal with it. Like, that's just, whew. And I really want to know what happened with the counselor, because this is the second time somebody has referenced him not doing anything. So I think I know what's going to happen, but yeah, the fact that Ryan's magazine, just kind of got taken away, I feel like that's karma in itself. And I don't know, there's just a lot going on after this episode. I'm definitely a little nervous to continue going on, but I'm going to finish it. This is still season 1, by the way. We're going to do episode 10. But yeah. And if you've been following the series so far with me, go ahead and leave your comments on what you think. Leave it to the episode specific. Don't, like, share anything else that's going to be happening in further season 1, because this is still season 1. So don't be that person that does the spoilers, but just give me your insight on what you think. Oh man, not Jeff. See, I was hoping that he wasn't in the newer updated episodes, because, somehow he moved or something, like how Cassie did, but I didn't know it was an accident. That's sad. And it sucks, because he's one of the few people that actually liked the show and was connected with. So now I'm learning I can't connect with anybody on here, because you never know what's going to happen. Jeff was an amazing character. I like how him and Clay's genuine relationship was. Now, Sherry, I don't know about her. Like, she says that she likes Clay, but I don't know how genuine that is. Like, I can buy it a little bit, but I don't know. She has some selfishness with her too. And now that we know who's next up on these tapes, the way Tony just answered his question like that it indeed was him, like, ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to see what's going to come. And also, low-key shout out to Jessica, because I feel like she's starting to take her power back a little bit with that move of, bringing her ist home and showing what she was showing. I think something's going to happen there, but I guess we'll have to see. And ladies and gentlemen, we finally make it to Clay's tape. Like, girl, you literally told him to get out, so he left. Like, I don't understand why that was such a huge issue for you. Now, I understand having those flashbacks come back in a moment where it may not necessarily be so, but I feel like she could have vocalized that. Like, of course, we're talking about fictional characters. I know we're talking about high schoolers here, and sometimes vocalizing emotions is kind of hard, especially while you're in it. But she can't blame him for that. He can't read her mind. And is it me, or does Sky kind of have like a little crush on Clay? Is that where we're going with their relationship? And snaps for Justin. Hey, better late than never. Okay, I know we had a rocky start with him, but I'm starting to like Justin just a little bit. I don't like what he did in the beginning, but he's starting to redeem himself, and calling out Bryce in front of everybody, that was the first step. And I'm just so proud that he said it finally out loud and stopped implying it, and put it out there in the universe. Because it wasn't just the people who were on the tapes that were there. There was other people in the school that heard, what he said. So now it's in Jessica's hands as well to start the healing process. Now that it's out loud, I feel like she already knew, but, it just needed to be said. And, I hope that she starts healing from here. Listen, all I'm going to say about this episode is I hope Bryce gets what's coming to him. I really do. Like, I never wanted karma and revenge to come back on the character so much than on his character. Because, yeah, if you watch it, you know. And also, parents like Justin's mom, there's a special place in hell for people like that. Like, there will never, ever, ever, ever be a situation where I would take my spouse's side or boyfriend's side or whatever side over my child's. Like, there's just people like that. They don't, and I feel for Justin, because now I understand kind of like his background a little bit and his home life, and all he needs is that parental guidance, especially from his mother, and he's not getting that at home. And this is also a testament to make sure you know who your circle is, because the people that he hangs around with on a daily, the people that he's always defending, he's calling upon them, and they're not answering him. They're not helping him. They're just leaving him, and it does leave him on red. And there's just a lot going on, especially with everything that Clay is doing and the recordings and all that. It's just, I hope everything falls down on Bryce like the plan is supposed to be, because no. Alright, so we finished the season finale of 13 Reasons Why, and honestly, it kind of ended how I thought it was going to end. I'm so proud of Justin for cutting Bryce off, because I just feel for him. I feel like he felt obligated to hang out with Bryce and felt obligated to, stick around for him, because he was always helping him out in the tough time. But at the end of the day, he chose himself and he chose his girl, even though, Jessica wanted nothing to do with him when she realizes. But, he did something really brave that I feel like a lot of people can't do and hold their special people accountable for. I'm also glad that Clay didn't take matters into his own hands because he was too close to the situation. Like, I feel like he would have messed something up somehow, and he still passed on the tapes to the next person. I mean, obviously they skipped Bryce for obvious reasons, but giving the ball in the court for giving the counselor like what his role was, because he could have did a lot more, and it's very obvious that he was just there existing, like he wasn't really truly listening to what Hannah had to say, and ultimately that ended in everything. And again, you know, with Tony really coming clean with the parents and having that bit of closure as well, because he was carrying a huge load just like Clay was. I just think that everything came full circle. I'm excited to see what Clay and Sky, I have a feeling they're about to ship them too, but ultimately I think that was a really good season finale. I'm looking forward to seeing how these tapes come into play for season 2, because what's his name? Not Tyler, but the other one, the stalker boy. I forgot what his name was already. Oh wait, his name was Tyler. Justin is the one that got rid of Bryce. I'm sorry, I keep mixing those two up. But yes, Tyler spilled the beans about the tapes, so I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to play into season 2.